everyone, this is Ashley. I am here with Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo Crafts, and we are building a mini map today. This is part one of a couple of parts, hopefully just 2 parts. We are using the Echo Park Getaway paper line, and let me grab that paper line. So there is a kit available at scrapadabadoo.com for this that comes with your heavyweight chipboard, your lightweight chipboard, and the papers that you will need. It'll also come with the solids coordination pack for this line, for the line Getaway. So there's 4 or 5 different solids. There's a red, a green, a yellow, a light blue, a dark blue, and a white. So yeah, 5 different colors. You will also be getting the chipboard accents, which we use on the inside, the pack of brads, which we'll use 4 of these brads in this collection, or in this project, and then you get the entire paper line, the 12 by 12. And I can tell you this, there's not a lot of the 12 by 12 left over once we're done. So, with that being said, those are some of the things you will get in the kit. And again, like I said, there is a pattern. You can print that off, keep it in your collection, something you love. This is going to be a precursor to the memory map. The memory map is huge, folds out 30 by 30. It's 12 by 12 by 2. This one is the mini map, the smaller version of that one. And this one is 7 by 7 by 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Okay, so this is how it's going to fold out. I'm going to leave the top kind of box folded up so you guys can see the bottom. The top folds out exactly as the bottom does. Okay. It's like a transformer, I swear to goodness. Okay, and so it makes this big, flat, almost square. These right here, this is all structural. This is what makes your boxes and holds them together so you can fold this properly. Right here I'm not going to untie it, but we've got kind of a sideways waterfall where you can put 8, 9 photos front and back on the papers, and then on the back here on the chipboard. And there's just 2 brads with some twine. On the 4 corners, which is here, here, and then there's 2 up top that you guys can't see because it's really big. I'm leaving it folded up. This section right here is the exact same section at the top. It's designed the exact same way. Paper may be a little bit different, but other than that, it's exactly the same. So let's see if we can get this in frame. Okay, and you've got 2 tags here, a nice place to put a small photo. You can tuck behind all of this. Here in the middle, it is a pocket, nice place to put a 4 by 6 photo. And then there's some journaling spots. This is a pocket. These are part of all of this is in the kit. My favorite places to visit for whatever trip this was, you can list them off here. There's a pocket, and you can tuck behind this. So here's your pocket, and then you can also tuck between the pocket and this as well. Okay, and then over here, you've got 2 tags that come out from the side, and all the tags are the same. And they have to be, the inside of this, the only place you can get super, super bulky with tons of dimension is this little section here. Because it is folded up to make a square, you've got actually tons of room. Otherwise, the remainder of this needs to remain relatively flat for your photos. There are magnets. The magnets come with the kit as well. I'm sorry. Completely forgot to throw those in there. You will receive 8 pairs, which is 16 magnets in the kit. So there's 16 magnets in this, and it is listed in, is it? Oh yes, it is listed under supply list in the pattern, which is the first page. Okay. And then so this just pops open. Nice journaling spot. You can put a 4x6 right here, and then it just tucks right back under. And then this is also a pocket. I'm missing the tag for some reason, but there's a tag that slides down behind this here. Okay, and then you can use labels on these. I wanted to put some of the embellishments from the actual collection, but we could certainly put a couple labels, and if you wanted to, you could label whatever section this was right here. Same with all of these areas here. So that's pretty much the rundown on how to make this one. It is with magnets. When folding this up, you always fold left side first. Well, grab your bottom flap, make your box, fold it in, and then the right. So that's good for that portion. You would do the same up top, left side, then right, and then just fold that up, left side, and then right. And voila. And then it just sits nicely on your shelf to hold the memories from whatever trip this was or whatever you're using to make this. So any questions about this? We're going to make the shell and put the magnets on today. That is our plan. We'll see how far we get. I have things pre-cut, and we'll go over them in the pattern. Actually, let me show you this while I have this here. Just so people understand within the pattern, I have sections. There's section A, B, C, and D, and that's one of the best ways that I could think of to clarify when putting these pieces together. This middle section right here, this piece, this piece, this piece, this one, and this one. So there's 5 pieces. This is section A. Okay? This piece, and this piece. And then this piece, and this piece. Because they're all the same. Well, these 4 are the same. You'll see that within the pattern. This is section B. So there is a bottom and a top to section B. This one has 5 pieces as well. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This is section C, and there is a bottom and a top to section C. And then our structural 2 pieces, this one and this one, are section D, and there is a bottom and a top to that. So when reading the pattern, that is how you're reading it. Okay? Okay. Any questions? All right. Go ahead. We'll set this aside, and then we're going to get going. Okay. So in the cutting guide, which is also in the pattern, we're going to go over the sections to build. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with each section in the pattern as we go through. So, don't mix these up, Ash. Okay. So, here's our 7x7 square. This is section A, and then you're going to have 2-inch wide by 7-inch tall pieces. Those are going to go there. And then you're going to have 2 4 3/4 inch wide by 7 tall lightweight chipboard pieces. All of this is lightweight chipboard except for this 7x7 piece. Okay? And that's how we're going to work. We're going to hinge them together in sections, and then I'll show you how to hinge them together. We're going to follow the pattern. Okay. So that is section A. Okay, this is section B. And you're going to have 2 of these 7-inch wide by 1 3/4 inch tall lightweight chipboard pieces. And then you will have 4 of these cut, and these are 6 and 8 inches wide by 1 3/4 tall. And these are going to go just like so. These are section B. So our section A is in the middle, our B bottom, our B top. Okay. Let's grab section C. Our section C, you are going to have 2 of these 7-inch wide by 3 3/8 tall pieces, and they're going to go like this. Okay. And then you will have 4 of these 1 3/4 inch wide by 3 3/8 tall. And they will go just like so. And then you will have 4 of these 5 1/8 inch wide by 3 3/8 inch tall pieces. And they are going to go just like so. So this would be bottom, this would be top. Depending on how you lay it out, Justin's buddy, it doesn't hold a lot of 4x6s. It probably holds, what, 3? There's 3 or 4 spots for 4x6s. The rest is for smaller photos, smaller travel photos. The big, huge memory map, the original memory map, that one holds everything. It holds, you know, I mean, it could even hold an 8x10 depending on how you lay it out. But it holds a ton of 4x6s and 5x7s. And that one's coming up in September for my 1-year anniversary on Ustream. We kicked it off last year with the memory map, so I find it fitting that we kick it off this year with the memory map, seeing as how we've grown so much. Okay, and then this is section D, and you're going to create your structural pieces. So you're going to have 2 of the 6 15/16 of an inch wide by 1 3/4 inch tall chipboard pieces. You have the small one first, and then you would have your bigger piece, which is the same width but by 2.5 inches wide. And that's exactly top, bottom. Okay, so that's our discussion on the pieces that are already cut. We're going to go ahead and start hinging them together. I have my hinges prepped. You were given in the kit some 12x12, and in your instructions for your supply list, or for your cutting guide, it does say 16 1-inch wide by 12-inch tall, scored at 1/2 inch on the vertical, black cardstock construction strips. Oh, that's a nasty space. Okay. So for Scrap It I would do with this 12x12 collection kit, and the chipboard accents, the brads, the solid cardstock, and then the 6x6, which we used in a previous project. I just wanted to show you, with that little amount of collection, we've gotten quite a bit out of it. So we did make a mini. That one is on the blog from a long time ago. This was made with just the 6x6. We used the scraps to make a really cute card, and now we're doing this memory map with just that small collection. So it can go pretty far, your paper, in making things. So got the memory map and then the little one as well. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that when we had done that little mini, I told you we would be using the 12x12 collection in the paper, and then that's what we're using it on. So, okay, all right, let's get started. Start with our section A. Okay, so we're going to start with our 7 by 7 square. Let me get to my side. On all of our construction strips, we are not mitering corners at all. Okay, so we're going to be adhering these ones to our 7 by 7 square. Alright, I'm going to cut a couple of these to 7 inches. And we're putting, and I'll show you here in just a second, and it says so in the pattern as well. And save all your little pieces, those come in handy. Don't throw those away, please. They'll save you in construction strips. Okay. So what we're going to go ahead and do, peel off the tape backing, make sure that the construction strip isn't longer than the 7 by 7, and we're going to adhere it to the back side. Okay? And just make a quick fold and garnish it. And it might feel a little bit stiff at first, but once you start opening them and moving them around, it's going to loosen right up. You saw how easily that one folds. It's bent open and closed so many times. But I love these memory maps, or this one's a mini map. These are great for when you have family over for maybe the holidays and you guys are sitting around the kitchen table and you could throw that on there and everybody can look at everything at once. Nobody's crowding in behind each other, and that's how this whole thing's on. So, and you're going to leave about a 1/16 of an inch between the chipboard and your actual score line. Wiggly little sucker. Okay. Let's see. There's my, okay. Let's go ahead and put this side on as well. Sorry if you guys get shadow on the screen. I still don't have my studio lights back. Okay. There we go. I'm going to peel this side off. Now this is the lightweight chipboard. We're done working with heavy. Oh. It's hard to see with this black on black. I'll tell you what. Okay. And then we'll do this side. Alright. So we've got our two sides adhered on, and it looks like we're on page 4 of the pattern. And so our next step is going to cut 2 more 7-inch stripped hinges, and we're going to adhere these to this one. On the underside. There is some top side hinging and some underside hinging. The bottom, the back side, whatever you guys want to call it. I call it backside in the pattern, so we'll go with it. There is some of that. So you pay attention to the pattern to know exactly where you're hinging. Top side or bottom side. Sorry, my water bottle. Oh my gosh, I'm like Arizona desert parched right now, and I'm not quite sure why. I need to go to the store and get ice. I'm craving ice like nobody's business. It's so hot. It's like 100 degrees outside right now. I don't do heat. I could live in Alaska for all of my life. Negative 30 suits me well. It's just saying. Okay. So again with your hinges, same thing. Actually, let's put on this one first. Make sure you have these on straight. The last thing you need is a crooked piece, and then it's just not going to fit anywhere. Ouch. Okay. So we've got this portion. This is essentially our front. Let's do this one. Sorry I'm not talking, I'm trying to concentrate. Tongue out and all. Trying to line this stuff up. We went to Davenport yesterday. Davenport, Washington. So there's that big fire, and so, oh gosh, it's smoky down there. It's actually pretty close to that fire. Closer than we are. And, boy, it is hot. Hot, hot. Way hotter than here. We're close to the Canadian border, so the further north you get, the cooler it is. Which I like. Yeah, we get 4 seasons here, Renee. That's okay. I don't mind. I just don't like the hot. And it seems like it's been hot for like weeks now. Like 70s, low 80s, I can actually handle that, you know? That's alright. I can do it. But these 90s and 100s are crazy. Okay, so this is essentially the front of your Minnie Mouse. Okay? And all of this gets covered outside. All of it will get covered. Alright, let's go to section B. And for this step, you're going to be doing this step twice. One for the bottom, one for the top. Okay? So, let me make sure. These are very close in measurement. So you're going to have 2 of the 7-inch wide and 1/4 and 1 3/4 inch thick. Those ones are going directly below the 7 by 7 square. Okay? Just like so. And then you will have 2 of the other ones on either side. And you would do the same for the top. So, when building these ones, are going to get hinged on the top of the chipboard. So those little extra ones that I told you to save, go ahead and cut 1 3/4 inch in length. You'll need 2 for the bottom and 2 for the top. Make sure. Ouch. Oops. Darn it. Mixed them all up. There we go. So these ones are going to go on the top. And you are going to butt these together. This chipboard. So let me go ahead and put it on this one right at the edge. That folds. So you can see the hinge here. Okay. The ultimate goal is to fold it back on itself and not see the hinge. That's what we're looking for. Okay. And then you'll butt these 2 pieces of chipboard together. Line them up. And then press your hinge down. Because it's folding back on itself, like so. I don't know why that went crooked. There we go. Okay? And then same for the other side. And again, you're not mitering these hinges. None of them. And then we'll put these up to each other. Make sure the top and the bottom line up. You don't want a wonky one. So you would fold this one over first and then this one. Okay. So make sure it lines up. The magnets will be there, but I like things lined up. So you're going to do 2 of those. So let's grab the other section one, middle, side and side. Well, I know that Gwen is on Friday. I know that I'm on Sunday, and we're all on our own channels as well. I think Jess is on Saturday. Janny knows more about that, and she's here, so she can help you guys. And I'm not sure, did we get confirmation if Jen was doing it too? Not too sure. Okay. And this one has a little bit of overhang from the hinge, and I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife and cut it right off. No worries. So if you get overhang, just do that. It's not a big deal. Jen streams Thursday, Gwen is Friday, Jess is Saturday, and I am Sunday. Yeah, we're all on. I'll be at my normal time on Sunday at 1 on my channel. Gwen's going on Friday, and that's not her normal day, so you'll have to ask her about her time. And I'm just going to make sure that it folds up correctly. Lines up, not crooked. Okay, let's chop some of this off. So now you've put part B together in the pattern, and we are on page 28, or not 28, 6. Page 6 in the pattern. I'm so excited about this pattern, you guys. Okay. Now we've got our top and our bottom, just like so. And what we're going to do now is we are going to hinge this top and bottom B section to the A section. And the only place that we're going to hinge it is right here to the bottom and to the top of this 7x7 square. So again, go ahead and cut 2 7-inch strips. Here's one. And here's one. Okay, so one for top and one for bottom. Okay. So let's focus on getting it on the 7 by 7 squares. Let's set those aside. So what we're going to do is remove one side of the tape, and we're going to take and put it here on the bottom side. So we're going to butt it right up to the score line, okay? It's so tricky. For Pete's sake. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to fold this hinge back on itself just so it can give it some pliability here. I don't know if that's a word, but if it isn't, sweet. I made one up. Okay. Let's put the top on. And then I'm going to show you guys an important step after I get this top on. It's very important. That one went on a lot better than the first one. Okay. So now that we've got these on, we're ready to put section B down here at the bottom. It is important that when you apply section B, you fold it up, because it's going to sit right in here up against it, and you're going to wrap the hinge over it. This is on page 7 in the tutorial. If you're following it on the online, there's not any pages, it's just one big running pattern. Okay, so you're going to be setting it just like that with your hinge. Okay, does everybody get it? Yay, Fran, she did some crafting. Okay. So I'm going to line this up. It's very hard to hold this and flip it up. Now I'm going to line it up and grab my one tool. And I'll flip it down. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So this is our bottom B. Let's put on our top B. I'm just going to flip this over so I can do that. I'm just going to fix this real quick. And it's not per se right in the crevice. It's more on the top of the 7x7 chipboard. You can rest it there. It's probably the best place to do it. Not so much in the crevice, but I mislined it up, so let me peel this off. I love score tape, but man, when you stick it down, prepare to not get it back up. So in September we'll start the big memory map, and that one is huge. It is intense. There we go. Whew, that was rough. Okay. So this is our part B. That's our top part B. And our bottom. And all of this stuff will flatten out once you get paper on it and stuff. So, and there is little gaps you can kind of see with my board underneath. Once you get paper and stuff, it really does seem to flow seamlessly. You saw it on the original memory map. It looks gappy right now, but once you get paper on it and stuff, it seems to make it perfect. Nice square. So section C, you are going to need 2 of the smaller ones, 1 of the bigger ones. So bigger, a smaller. So bigger, a smaller on each side, and then I can give you the measurement. It's in the pattern. So we are on the very last section of on page 28. Okay? And those will be for the top. Okay? You're going to start by taking one of your 7-inch wide by 3 3/8 tall and laying it down right here. And then next you're going to use 2 of the 1 3/4 inch wide by 3 3/8 tall pieces. They're going to go right here. And then you'll have 2 of the 5 1/8 inch wide by 3 3/8 tall right there. Okay. So for this portion of this part right here of part C, your hinges for these 2 adhering to the middle one are going to be on top, and then from the hinges that go between the little one and the outside one are going to be on the bottom. Okay? Why is that light doing that? I know it makes it darker, but at least I'm not getting a glare. Sorry, you guys. Okay? So, and you guys can see the pieces. So, these right here, top hinges. These ones, bottom hinges. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start doing. And your hinges will be 3 3/8. And again, if your hinge goes too far over, you can always cut it down. So right now I'm just using my extras from the other top sections. If you prep all the pieces, and once you get your first one under your belt, these actually fly quite fast. The portion that takes the longest is cutting all of the different size pieces of paper that go to cover all of these pieces. So, and that will be next week. So next Tuesday, we're going to be back on this channel, same time, same place, to do part 2 of the memory map. And that should be the last part. I don't foresee it going any longer than that. Okay. Let me go ahead and crease my fold. And get this down. I'm going to put it right to the edge of the piece, and I will show you guys here in just one second. So here's my center piece, and I've laid it right on the edge. So essentially when you fold it back, you don't see a hinge. Okay? Oh, Katie's working on the tower. That's fabulous, Katie. Love it. I'll have to see a picture when you get it done. I'm going to go ahead and butt these together and fold my hinge over, and then I'm going to trim off any extra hinge. It's so dark in here, but it's kind of necessary. Can you guys see? I know it's dark in here, but it really, I think my studio light's back, honestly. And then this one is on the underside. I'll fold my hinge in. So this is good practice for those of you that are wanting to make the big memory map. It is quite intensive. I wish Robin was here. She could tell you. Or Anna. Anna made one. I've got a different formula than we used in the original one. The original one didn't have, it was sound, but it wasn't as structurally sound as I would have liked it to be. But now with the way we create the box with our structural piece, it'll be nice on the, we actually did it on that one. But my very first original one, which by the way was like 2 years ago when I made this first memory map. It's like 2 years ago, the big one. Okay, just going to make sure that this is all straight. Okay. So now we've created one of the squares that goes right here. Okay. Same to this side. This one's on top with the little one. Oh, nice. I know, Katie's on it. Yeah, Heather, when we were streaming for that first memory map, how many people did we have? It wasn't very many. It was like 5. I don't even think we were at 5. And I know that one of them was Anna, one was you, one was Robin, who's Lake Brat, and I think my stepdaughter would pop in. But I think that that was it, honestly. Don't jinx you. Oh, geez. Yeah, it is quite a build. But once you have the tower built, it's fine. Because after you fill out the albums, all you have to do then is change out your albums. The tower's fine once it's built. But it's quite the feat. I know I have 2 of them sitting in my room. Okay. And then we'll put this piece on, and then we're going to have to do the same for the top portion of section C, which is what we're on. And for those that are following along pattern, we're on page 10. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get them nice and straight. Ah. Okay. So there is that portion. Here's our section C. We've got our A, our B, and then our C. And I'll show you how to hinge this to your B section in just a few. Let's make the top part of this. And then we have section D and some magnets, and then we'll be done. We are cruising. Part of that is because I was a Girl Scout, and I am prepared. I know, nobody pass out. Don't pass out. Actually prepared for one. Got my pattern all printed. I've had my printer for, oh geez, I don't know, 4 months? And my computer sits on it. That's all. It wasn't hooked up. It's never been plugged in. The ink wasn't in it. But I still had the little plastic thingies on the inside. Oh, geez. So I did that right before class. I didn't know if I was going to make it, but I did. And I was able to print it out. And then I threw on the binding like uber fast. Hopped in the shower. Came back, cut out section D, and then hopped on. It's like, oh my goodness. Okay. So, we need 4 more hinges at 3 3/8, so basically 1 strip. Yeah, my printer, I had a really cool printer. When we moved, it broke. But my printer, so I could print out the pattern, so I would have it right here so we could go page by page. And so I wouldn't have to keep clicking on my blog to find out what section we're on. When you print it out, it puts it in page form. And when you're on the blog, it's just a continue running pattern. And I actually don't know what part we're on with that. I suggest printing it out, but you can do whatever you like. I know I will be printing mine out from now on because it's awesome sauce. I love it. And I'm just getting my hinges. got all 4 of my hinges. Yeah, I just highlighted everything I wanted to print and right-clicked and print. That's all I do for my blog. So, get these on there. When we were down in Davenport, because we were driving, or on the way down there, I did not get to watch Sunday's Big Brother. Oh my gosh. We got home last night at 11:30, and the first thing I did was turn on my DVR so I could watch the recorded version of, or recorded episode of Big Brother. And OMG, Zach is kind of, excuse me, but butthole. No offense to anybody that's a Zach fan. That guy's mean. Nicole's like the sweetest person ever in the history of the game, and holy kerschmoly. For those that are Big Brother fans, oh, I don't know. If I was that kid's parents, I don't know if I'd be too proud. I know I saw that Canada has a Big Brother, and I was so bummed because I couldn't get the channel. I was so upset. Yeah, Zach's crazy. Hopefully his parents aren't watching right now. That would be horrible. I'd feel bad, but really. Oh, Donnie's a hoot. I like Donnie and Nicole, and I actually like that detective. I think he's playing really good game. And oh, I forget her name. Nicole's friend, the one with the glasses that she went on the block with, and oh, and who doesn't like Frankie? Frankie's who? I like Frankie. Hayden, he's quite that. Who was that chick that you'd never see ever? She's from like Miami, and the only time you ever see her is like every Sunday when she gets nominated. Yeah, Ember needs to go as well. I'm not a fan. I actually like Caleb, but I don't know. Not too sure. I think that he's not got his head in the game. At least not that Yeah, Derek. Christine, Derek, Nicole, Donnie, Frankie. That's my 5 right there. It's going to be sad to see any of them go. Okay. Ah, Victoria. Oh, man. She's never there. Does she sleep all day? I don't get it. I don't get Big Brother After Dark, and I don't watch the live feed. But, yeah, I don't get it. She keeps getting put up week after week, and she's, no offense, I don't think she's that strong of a competitor. I think she's gotten lucky. So I'm like, oh. So we'll see. I like Jocasta too. I feel bad for Jocasta. She keeps getting put up. Yeah, I could take or leave Caleb. I mean, I like him, but if I had to choose between him or Amber, I'd keep him over Amber. I think he's a good player. I just think that he's not in the game right this second. Providence, Rhode Island. I think he's nice. He's got a cute looking family, and Frankie is just adorable. Yeah. Derek's totally playing a good game, and Frankie's adorable. I can't wait till they find out that he's that one girl's sister. I don't know her name. I don't listen to her music. No offense. I just don't know her name. I could talk Big Brother shop all day. Tell you what. Okay. So now we've got our top piece. Okay. And if you get something slightly wonky, you'll always be able to, oh yeah, the abs. You'll always be able to kind of correct it with the magnet. You'll just kind of skidge it in the correct direction. Okay. So let's go ahead and put section C, and we'll adhere it to section B. Okay, and again, you're going to be using a 7-inch strip, top and bottom. And we are on page 11. So you're going to butt the hinges to the edge of part B to get as close as you can without touching. It's kind of like a 1/32 of an inch. I don't know how to measure that, honestly. I'm just saying it's less than 1/16. So if you half that, then you get 1/32. So let's give ourselves a 7-inch strip. Does big? I didn't know. Yeah, it cost the price too much. I didn't know Big Brother goes to Netflix. Does it go to Netflix? Seriously? Oh, Big Brother marathon. Okay, so this one is on the bottom. It's going to go on just like that, right beneath this. And again, you're going to butt your score line almost up to the edge. Not quite. No, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but and it might help you to have these folded over, and it might not. It's kind of up to you. I need to turn on the light. I can't see. It's too dark. Okay. There we go. Kind of just fell into place. That was supposed to happen. Just like that, people. Hi, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Jen threw in a sneak stream last night, but I caught it because I was up watching Big Brother. So I sat and watched her do some jelly plate, which was awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, and the same with this. So this is our part C, and on the hinge, you want to get close to the score line, but don't go over it. You want to leave about a 32nd of an inch. And I've got hangover. That's not going to work. There we go, people. Okay. Just going to reinforce our hinges that we've done. Darn it. I was hoping it was, Janie. Okay. So let's put our top on. Or bottom, whatever you want. So far right now, it's all the same. So it's not seriously going to matter this second. But once we start putting magnets on, you need to keep your top and bottom orientation. Oh, I don't have tape on it. And I cut 16 1-inch hinges. And you're just going to have bits and pieces left. So for once, I actually know how many hinges. We might have one whole hinge left. Okay, we need to step this up. Let me see if flipping it over will help. This is a spider. That worked. Sweet. I just flipped it over, keep flipped it on from the back. Okay. There we go. Okay. So the actual structure of your memory map is built. We're just going to put on the structural pieces, which is section D. And what you're going to do is take one of each side and hinge them together. Okay. You're going to use one piece that's 1 3/4 tall and one piece that's 2.5 tall. They're both the same width. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this 1 3/4 inch piece to section C, which is this one we just put on. Okay. And it doesn't say whether my strips go on the top or the bottom. I believe there's a bottom, but let me just double check. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. They are the bottom. Sweet. Okay. So all hinges, again, go on the bottom. And again, you're going to get close, but do not butt it up hinge to hinge. Or don't butt it up against, like, directly on the score line. There we go. That's lucky. We'll put our 1 3/4 inch piece on. So these hinges need to be cut down to 6 and 15/16. I forgot to tell you that. You're not cutting an actual 7-inch hinge. There's a reason, because these pieces are going to fit inside these two flaps. So what I mean is that it's going to, with its flap, this is going to make a box around it. You see? Just like that. Okay? So that's why these ones are literally a 1/16 of an inch less. Okay? Any questions? I just keep going on or not asking. Okay, now we've got our 2.5 tall piece for our final part of D, and then we're going to repeat it for the top. And you are on page 12, if you're following the manual. 12, actually 13, on to 14. It would make it easier if you, when you were doing this, if you just took like this piece right here and put a hinge on this side and hinge on this side. It would probably make it easier. At least it would be relatively lined up. So that's another thing to think about. Okay, and it's important to get these two edges right here between these two, make sure they're very straight and lined up. So now we've got that portion and this portion, and it'll be tough at first when folding it. It's a lot easier to fold when you have the magnet, but so far you can see that it's holding up quite nicely. We just need to do the top. So let's grab those parts. And we'll need 2 more hinges, and I've got them right here. I just need to put some tape on them. I'm out of my 3/8 inch tape. I have it on order though, so yay! I have to use my 1/2 inch. Just one. And we need 1 more, and then we're done for our hinges. We'll be on to our magnet. Is Carol still here? I know she's probably busy packing. Yeah. I have a feeling my boxes won't ship until after she gets back. I'm so sad about that. It's okay though. I truly need this stuff too, because I ran out of the paper accents, which totally stank. Okay, I've got to trim off some tape, people. That's out of the way. I'm trying this tape on. Butter, I tell you. Just like butter. Oh, she left. Darn it. That's okay. I know she's super busy. She's got like 24 hours and counting until she flies out at like midnight. Alright. Oh, we're running perfectly for time. Yay! I know when Xandra's going, lucky duck. So 6 and 15, 16 is our length. And I think I'm going to order pizza for dinner. It's just one of those days. I don't want to make this house hot by any means. Holy Krishnoli. Never, never, never. And I also don't feel like cooking. Like I said, we got back at like 11:30, and then I stayed up and watched Big Brother. Which, Big Brother is, I don't watch a lot of shows. I watch a lot of Discovery and biography and things like that. I love those shows. We watch the news, and that's pretty much it. But there are two things that make my TV world go round. One is Big Brother. Two is the craziness called Real Housewives of New Jersey. I know, but hello. Like, one of the best things ever. Train wreck. So I'm going to take my 1 3/4 inch piece and put my hinges on either side, hoping that this will be a better way to do it. So Xandra's going to stream tomorrow at her regular time. I missed something. Yeah. Xandra's going to stream tomorrow at her regular time on her channel. Which, Xandra, you can put that link in. I'm sure everybody here already follows you, but just in case they don't. Xandra makes really cute stuff, too. Okay. Right, so I put the hinges on either side of that 1 3/4 inch tall piece. It's just, I'm hoping it'll make it a lot better. We'll see. Oh, I know. They make my world feel so much better. I mean, these people have money, and they just, some of them act like idiots. Not all of them. There actually are a few of the women that I actually really like. So, I'm really sad that, like Jacqueline and, Caroline and stuff aren't on. Oh yes, my YouTube hit 1,000 plus. They're so excited. So excited. We're doing the giveaway on that. So if you are not a YouTube follower for my channel on YouTube, go ahead and head on over there and subscribe and leave a comment. And on Sunday we're doing the giveaway. I'm not telling anybody what it is. Not even Barry and Carol know. Nobody knows. Okay, so our memory map is built. It's going to be hard to get the whole thing in the picture. Without counting the actual structural hinges, it is 18 tall. Why is that one crooked? It looks crooked to me. I'll have to fix that with a magnet. By 31 wide. It's huge. Yeah, it definitely, money can't buy anything, honestly. I mean, it can buy tons of stuff, but it'll still leave you a hollow person. So, okay, so our map is done. The next thing we're going to do is, get into my thing, and I believe the magnets that they sent you with this kit are the basic gray ones. I believe that's what Carol told me. But I had them already, so I told her not to send me any to make the kit, or to make the project, because I already had them. So, I believe they're the basic gray magnets. And so you'll have 8 pairs, which is 16. So you'll have two extras. And so this is really, really, really kind of easy. We're going to be on page 'Once I'm done building this in the pattern, I show you exactly how to fold it up. So, this is the bottom. Always flip left side first. And there's right. But I usually always start with section B and just flip these in. It's a lot easier. Once they're magnetized, they work quite nicely. So always start left side. Oops. Okay. Left side. Left side. And then there's front. So there's our memory map. Okay. So what I want you to do is flip this right side over just like that. I'm just going to use that as a weight to hold it until we get our magnets on. Once everything's bent and stuff, it works fine. But, okay, what we're going to do now is I am going to try my best with the extremely troubled white pens that I have. What is this? That's a boxing pen. To give you guys some kind of mark. Okay, so what you're going to do is from a 1/2 inch from the top and a 1/2 inch from the side, you're going to make a mark. So, let's see. I'm just going to use my pencil and I'll mark it big time for you. And you can draw the lines on this, it doesn't really matter. Oh, for Pete's sake, is my pencil not working? There we go. I'm going to use my grid to get my 1/2 inches there, and 1/2 inch in from this side. Okay. So what you see right here is an intersecting point. That's where your magnet's going to go. Okay. 1/2 inch from side, top. So it'll be a 1/2 inch from the side always, and a 1/2 inch from the top or bottom for this one. Just try to make it somewhat white so you guys can see. Do the same at the bottom. Inch, 1/2 inch. This gets covered, so it's not going to matter. There's my point. Okay. And we are on page 19. So let's go ahead and fold down our bottom section and unfold it. And you're going to do the same thing. And this is all right side. You're going to do the same thing, 1/2 inch in, find your center on here, and you can eyeball your center. I mean, it's not this technical. I'm just going to go right about there. X is going to mark the spot. Same with this one. You're going to find your center at 1/2 inch in. Right about here-ish. Okay, and put your X. And you're going to do that to the top portion as well. Let's open this up on the right side, right here, so section B and C. See if this one works. I'm just going to eyeball it again. Oh, that one works. And right there looks good. Okay. And then what you need to do is this is the bottom part here. You'll need to do this on the top too. Okay, so here's your bottom part laid flat. Fold it over like you were going to fold it up. And right here above this hinge in the center, you're going to make an X. Okay, right there. And you're going to do the same up top. This is the fold it over. Right there looks good. Okay. So we're on page 21. Let's go ahead and open up your magnet. Or actually, right now I'm going to go ahead and grab my 1/2 inch score tape. And on all these X's, I'm going to put a little square. Just like that. Okay? Right on top of all the X's. And this is where we're going to be lining up our left side, our right side. It's going to be awesome. Bye, Sandra. Have fun. Or we'll see you tomorrow. There. There. One, two. And I don't know what adhering magnets 101 is. I've always used score tape because they all get covered with paper. And I've never had a problem. Not with any of the things I've done thus far. So if you have some other fantastical way, feel free to share it. Completely up to you. Put one there. And one here on the top. Okay. I'm going to open up my magnets and pair them up. These are basic gray magnets. They come with fancy little plus and minus signs. I'm just going to stack them magnet sides to each other and peel off the plus and minus. Or at least these ones did. I don't know about the ones you guys got. I didn't get any because I didn't need any. Okay, so there are two magnets there. They are very, very thin. You can kind of see them. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this 8 times because they're paired. I'm going to peel off a piece of the backing to the tape and stick it down right on my X. And press. Give it some nice pressure. Okay? So we're going to do that for all of them. Hi, Fairy Floss. Okay. Magnetic crush it. We'll do this one next. And so you can fold these. I mean, this is not, it's not going to hurt it to fold it in on itself. It shouldn't. If it does, then you've got an issue. And we are actually on page 21. We're working on the middle picture. Hi, sweet Millie. You should say hi to all the ladies in the land. Oh, you're going to give Mom kisses, huh? She's on her bench, looking out her window. She so badly wants me to open it for her, but it is hotter than the dickens outside. And we've got the AC on, and I've got my fan on, and so that is not happening. Let's pull this down so you can see. Fairy Floss, you're Charlie, correct? It was like 1 in the morning when I met you last night. I mean, I know that you've been here. Because you were on, oh, I might be tripping. You were on, Jen's show. Is that right? Someone might have to correct me. And on top of that, I'm horrible with names. I called picture of this Martha and it's Judy. I felt bad about that. So I get mixed up. There's like Ustream names and Facebook names and people's real names. There's YouTube names. So wait. Yay! Okay. And we've got 2 more sets to go, and then we'll be done with our magnets. We are smoking our time. This is awesome. So next Tuesday, when we come back at the same time, same place, folks, 5 p.m. Pacific. Is it daylight now? Daylight time? PDT? I don't know. I know that we're in daylight savings, so we sprung forward a long time ago. But I always write Pacific Standard Time when I believe it should be PDT. I don't know. And we'll put this one right here. Okay. We'll be back here on this channel next Tuesday, same time. So you have 2 sets, 4 magnets left. And you'll have a few extra pieces of paper and such, and it's we padded the kit in the event that mistakes were made. So it's never too bad it's never a bad thing to have stuff on hand. So now you have to take and we're going to cut some more tape squares and set them on top of these magnets. So let's go ahead and this is the bottom picture. And as I'm doing that, I like to peel off the tape. Because once you get the paper on there, it's kind of hard to do. So there's my little tape piece. You can kind of see it. And I just set it right on top of this other magnet. Trying to be careful not to press it onto the tape below. Okay. I know. I always enter Pacific Standard Time. I never put D. Okay. I guess that would confuse people, but I don't know. I don't know if it actually does confuse people. It could just be me. Okay, so I'm putting tape on top of all of these magnets. Again, trying to be careful not to press down. I mean, press it onto the magnet, but don't get the sides pressed anywhere. Kids have a small problem on your hands. There we go. And this was the easiest, quickest way to do this. I did this halfway through. I figured out how to do it faster. There we go. Yeah, as long as you know what time I am behind you when I'm broadcasting, then you're golden. I know that Eastern is 3 ahead of me. Central is 2. Mountain is 1. And then it goes Pacific. And I don't know how many I am ahead of Barry. I believe I'm 3. It might be 2. I could be wrong because I'm Pacific. Okay, one more. Get my little squares cleaned off the table. Oh, because we are cooking with peanut oil. Next week, when we come back, I'm going to have the majority of the pieces cut out. I will give you the measurements of the paper and what paper I'm putting where. But we will start by papering the outside, and then we'll paper the inside. And like I said, I'm already going to have mine cut and inked. But I will give you the measurements as I put them down, because the paper is not in the pattern. Okay. So now we've got our magnets down, our tape on top and bottom of the magnet. So what I'm going to do is line this up. Make sure it's lined up. And then I'm going to, so this is section B on the bottom. And then I'm going to press right on top of the magnet. And now you'll have perfect line up. You see that? So there's the magnet. You can hear it's not closed. So go ahead and leave it closed if you like. And we're on page 22. Turn it out. On to 23. Again, make sure everything's lined up. This is where you get to correct any wonkiness. There we go. And then press your magnet down. And then pull it up just to make sure nothing else is stuck. You can press any of that tape down. Okay, so that one's good. So let's go ahead and we are on page 24. We're going to go ahead and take our left side. And what you're going to do now is make sure that this side wall here is completely vertical. You want it as straight up and down as you can possibly get it. Because if it's leaning in and you put your magnet down, now when this closes, it's going to close way over here, which doesn't form your perfect box, and then this won't fit. Okay? So make sure when you do this that both sides, as a matter of fact, and top and bottom are perfectly straight up and down. This one's not. And you don't want them leaning outwards because then they won't fit within the walls of section A. So you'll have to try super hard. Okay? Put some pressure on your magnet. Where are you at? Okay, now we have our magnet. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and fold your section D up, and again make sure that this part is straight. And then you're going to fold your left hand portion of section C over on top of it. Find your magnet, give it some pressure, and then you should be able to open it back up. Okay, so this is how we're positioning our magnet perfectly. Okay, there we go, and voila. Okay, so you're going to do the same with the top. We'll go ahead and kind of review it. Okay, so bring your left top fold over, and again, make sure that it is straight up and down, and these instructions are in bold on the pattern. Make sure both are straight up and down and your sides are nice and even. Press your magnet on. Yes, this pattern is on my blog. It is on Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo's blog. The kits are available in the store. Okay, fold this one over. This is your section D flap. Okay, fold your left. And you might have to turn this upside down just so you can see properly. There we go. Alright. So let's go ahead and transform this part. Fold it all back up. Let it click into spot. And these still hold with the nice layer of paper that we put on. Okay, so now everything's nice and even. What we need to do is get these ones lined up. And for those watching, we are officially on bottom of page 25. Okay, so let's go ahead and fold our left side over and our right side on top. Line it up. You want to make sure you get it nice and lined up. You don't want wonky pages. Press your magnet. Okay, and then open it back up just to make sure that you've got a nice, nothing else is sticking. Okay, and don't worry about the tape. We're covering it with paper. And you are on page 26 into 27, and you are done with the construction of your mini map. Hola! Are there any questions? As far as this construction goes, it's very, very easy, and I think that I laid it out quite well as far as the sections and explanation goes. So these would be just so cute sitting on your bookshelf. No one would have any clue that this is a big old like 28 by 30 map. Or no, wait, was it 18 by 30? I don't even remember. The big one's 30 by 30, so this one was 18 by 30. Or 30 wide, 18 tall. Okay, and again, this is how it unfolds, like a freaking transformer. Okay. Top section. And there we go. So I'll show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the finished version for those that missed it. So you can kind of see how we're papering it and how well this paper works with this. This is going to be a good gift for someone that's maybe going on a trip, or if you're doing a small weekend trip. It was just super fun. I think I'm going to do my anniversary pictures in one of these when we went to the hot springs last year, my husband and I. Hi, Jad. So, there you go. So here's the finished one. Could you imagine pulling this out at a party and it just like transforms right in front of your eyes? And like I said, with the gaps, they become very muted. The little tiny gaps like right here become very muted once you put the paper on. Okay. So again, nice full-size mat here, place to put a tag. You can even, instead of this tag, you could make another mat and put it behind this, so you could get a couple 4x6 photos. You don't want to make this center too bulky height-wise, 1 or 2 pictures. Same with the sides. The only places you have room for a ton of bulk are going to be here and here. And the top and bottom look exactly the same. There's the sideways waterfall. You can put 9 pictures here. There's smaller ones, of course, smaller ones here. A 4x6 can go here for a little bit less than a 4x6. And then you can journal here if you like, not just tucks. There's tons of spots for journaling with all of the tags. 4x6 in here. You can also tuck another mat right there. Okay. So your 4x6s are going to be in this section for those that had asked, okay? So this is how it folds up. Again, you're always folding left in first and then the right. Left in and then the right. Okay? Left, right, left, right, line it up. Make sure it's lined up. Hold it down, left, and then the right. And ta-da-da! So, super exciting. We'll do all the papering next week, throw on some embellishments, and this baby will be done. I'm going to make sure that I have all the paper cut. So we'll see. Next week we'll go at least the 2 hours. We might end up going a little bit longer. I'm going to try to make sure that we don't. So, big memory map will be coming up in the fall, and I'm not sure if actually I do know. I'll be doing it on my channel because it's going to be my 1-year anniversary on Ustream project. So, super, super fun kit, guys. Again, you guys can get it all over on the blog or over at Scrap-A-Dab-A-Do. They got this baby ready to go. Everything you'll need. So, Xandra on tomorrow on her channel, and then we're going to start the stay and play. All of that will be publicized. There will be follow them on Facebook. Follow Scrap-A-Dab-A-Do on Facebook. Follow my channel on Facebook. And you are going to be able to find out when and who is playing where at what time. But I know for fact on Sunday we're going to be doing one of the stay and play projects on my channel at my usual time. We'll be doing the hot air balloon. And who just asked that? Cheshire Cat Scraps says no cutting guide. There is a cutting guide. Starts off explanation, supply list, and then it goes into the cutting guide. Is that what we're talking about? Oh yes, and on Gwen's Facebook as well, you can go to her blog as well, and she'll let you know what time she's streaming, and it's just streaming, and Jen, everybody, you know. She'll start streaming Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is, what, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? So, I didn't know Ash was going to say. Say what? Oh. While the cat is away, the mice will play. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stop the recording, save this. This is part 1, you guys. And we'll see you guys next year, same time, same place for part 2. Thanks for watching.